Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn here on Lake Biwa, where we are running at 3 times speed and we're getting 15 to 20 FPS. And you may be thinking, how have I done that? How have I fixed it? It also looks different. How does it look different? What have you done? Well, I have been hunting for a way to try and make this work. I played with the map editor a bit, trying to get a map that would work, and every map that I make that would fit the criteria that I want basically 4 districts with the maximum district size you can get. The maps would be boring. They would be dead flat, they'd be boring, it would just be building things, there'd be no challenge to it, there's no height, there's no reason for explosives, stuff as well. If I add in heights and terrain to the bits and pieces, it I don't know, I need someone who's way better than me to make a map kind of like that, but still have a challenge to it. And I thought, well, maybe there's a way to edit this map. I know there is a map editor online, a save editor, where you can change things, but it won't load a map this size for some reason. It just sits there and hangs for ages. And I was hunting around and looking through places, looking for areas, and came onto Reddit and came onto a post by Altered Carbon about how to turn the sky fog off so the game looks like this. It doesn't look like it's through fog all the time. It looks way better. It looks crisper and cleaner, and I really like it, and I think I'm going to play like this in the future. I just feel like it's a better looking thing there. And the way you do this is you bring up the development console, which I didn't even know existed. So, spoiler alert, as a fair warning before I even show you this, if you change anything in the developer console, you may break your game. So be careful, be extremely careful. But if you go hold Shift, Alt, and press Z, boom, you will get this pop up, and you'll get a little button down here, which is normally closed. Development console here, and you'll get some extra things down here, like natural. You can add ruins, you can add a starting location, slopes, water sources, barriers, stuff like this. You can edit water sources. Interestingly enough, when you click on a water source in development mode, you get way more information, which opens up some very interesting things, because we always kind of figured that maybe the water sources have they increase speed or slow speed, or do you think? And I mean, I've just glanced at this, so I haven't really looked at it, but it does seem as if they, evaporation speed and max water source strength, water source change per second, how fast it ramps up, minimum dam threshold as well. This is the interesting one here, the dam, so how high it goes before it blocks something or stops producing. I'm not sure what really is in there. I've not gone into detail on this. I just saw it and went, ooh, interesting. Outflow balancer scaling we've always thought that sometimes when a drought finishes, the water sources come in at a slightly different number every time, which is why sometimes you get surges and sometimes you get lows. You see the surging water there. So maybe it was that. But the most important one that I discovered is in the demolish buildings settings, there is now a delete object, which allows you, if I move the camera this way, to delete anything. You can delete trees, you can delete water sources, you can delete anything you want. And as you see, I've removed all the trees from the game. And that was what was causing the problem. All the trees over here that were growing, that were doing the thing, are all gone. They're all completely deleted. Every last one of them. All the trees along here, all the trees along here. I left the ruins just there because that's what we're still doing here. But all these trees are gone. Every tree on the map that we're not actually chopping down is gone. And that has made the game speed up unbelievably, because it doesn't have to do any calculations. In the development console, let's pause this because this changes at times, and I've clicked the wrong button and things. There's the skyfall button. This is what the game looks like by default. It's nice. It's wonderful. I said pause. And if you click that, it turns it off. It does turn a little bit purple to start with, but then it will fade into a nice colour. Where was it? Toggle show highlight resource production spots. Boom. See this purple? This, every tile is calculating whether it can spawn a new thing. Can this produce out to here? And that was all over the map. It was everywhere. So it was doing calculations on every single tile, trying to figure it out, which is awesome, because it also means that now I can come in here and I can do things like, oh hey, I know for a fact that these blueberries can never reproduce because there's no space for them. Why not just leave them on farm tiles? I say farm tiles, on growing tiles, means that they never try and reproduce themselves. They will always just do it automatically. So it's like, this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. I could do more here. We could go with, well, these are maple, aren't they? Yeah. So we could go into maple and I could put this down here, saying, hey, I want this to all be maple trees. But there you go. Maple trees. And then we want all this to be pine trees, because we know it's pine trees. And then we've got a little bit in here because obviously they can spread because there's things behind. But then we can fix that because we can come into here with our delete thing, remove that tree, and then we can put in a maple tree. Can't just build a tree. I can't see where to put down natural resources. Can't see anywhere to just grow trees. That's not here. Let's move it. There is a beaver button. You can just spawn beavers, which is interesting. There are buttons up here which says kill beaver, kill 30% beavers. You can reset the moisture in the ground, so everything will turn back to being grey, and then it'll reset it all. You can toggle things on and off. You can be like, hey, boom, there you go. So this is this, and then I can toggle it back on again. Boom. But this is awesome because it means I now know where I can do things. So I can set this, and that will turn off all the calculations trying to figure out growing chestnut trees. So I don't have to worry about the game doing that, which will speed the game up for me, which is just fantastic. This one here is going to be a little complicated because we've got actual trees mixed up here. So if I tell all this to be berries, it's not going to do that up there because it's got chestnuts up there. I suppose we could remove the chestnuts. Let's just do that. Let's just remove the chestnuts. Yes. And that one. And we'll just set this to be in berries all the way up. Oh, why not? Nothing's going to plant them because there's nothing to plant them there. And like these ones here, nothing's going to plant them because there's nothing to plant them. I don't, as I said, I don't see any natural resources. It's got map editor, it's got ruins, but there's no plant tree. No, so that's okay. That's okay. But it just gives you the option to put things down and change things, do stuff, and it just allows you to speed the game up. So if you have a game that is struggling, like my one was, like Beaver was, and you want to carry on and not do it, you could come in here and do this. I would highly recommend. You come in and do this. Why can I not put down? Oh, these maple trees. That's why I can't put down chestnut trees there, because these are maple trees. Idiot. There we go. Boom. And boom. Boom. There we go. And now, hopefully, we don't have any pink anywhere. Nope. No pink anywhere. So the game no longer has to calculate whether any trees grow, which is probably the slowest thing. It's not particularly slow. It's just more that it was doing so much over here. We're doing it. It was so slow. And then Control Shift, Shift Alt and Z, turn it back off again, and there you go. Now, use that at your own discretion. It may break things, it may turn things off, it may turn things on, it may do weird things. I cannot guarantee it'll work. I have played about 15 minutes after modifying the map, so I haven't done long-term testing, I don't know. But what I do know is that it's desperately speed the game up. We're no longer getting, during peak of the day, well, not peak of the day yet, but I was getting like 4 FPS at 3 times speed. Now it's fantastic. Really, really good. So it still dips, it's still down at 15, but it's playable. It is playable. If I zoom in as well, it desperately obviously does a lot less. I have dropped the graphics to medium. I could probably up them to ultra again. That wouldn't be a problem. So, but it's playable. The game doesn't feel like it is. It's frame rate slow, but it's no longer gameplay slow. If that makes any sense. Which means we can continue to build these. And yes, you can also, I think, spawn in buildings. There was a thing in there to allow you to spawn in buildings and complete buildings. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We're doing everything legitimately. So yeah. So there we go. Control, Shift, Alt, Z on the keyboard. Brings it up. Boom. Very, very, very useful. Also, when you bring up the development console, you push Escape and go into the settings, there is buttons here to unlock factions, so you could technically pay as both factions. I haven't done that. I don't really want to do that, but you could potentially unlock the Folktails and play as... Do you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to save the game. Save. No, I have saved the game now. Let's unlock that. Click. Okay, didn't do anything dramatic that I thought. Turn off the development console. And if we go into build mode and we go housing, nope. Nope. Not faction. Okay, maybe the faction thing doesn't work. Or maybe I'm missing something to do it. I don't know. Oh, no. The unlock factions button would be to unlock the Iron Teeth if you haven't unlocked them. That's what that setting would be. That's what that would mean. So you can unlock your, if you haven't unlocked the Beavers, so you can go straight into it. Like if you have to reinstall the game for whatever reason, you go in, you just go boom, unlock it, get rid of the Iron, get it so we can play the Iron Teeth again. Okay, so it doesn't allow you to build both buildings. I thought there was a way that did that. Oh, maybe it's a mod. Maybe it's a mod that does that. So yes, there is a mod. But anyway, that means we can continue with Lake Beaver. We can continue to do things. But unfortunately, I can't continue right now. This is going to be a very, very short episode. And again, I apologise. It's going to be like another 50-minute episode. But I've left it far too late, and I need to go to work and get things done. And this episode needs to go up for midnight tonight, and that is in 9 hours. So no, 11 hours. I can't count. But yeah, but I need to go to work, and it's going to be done. But it means we can carry on. We're going to carry on with Lake Beaver, and I'm going to try my 1,000 beavers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try the 1,000 beavers. I'm going to leave this running. Again, I've saved it. I'm going to leave it running. We're going to see what happens here. And I just feel as if it's going to be fine. The issue I was having specifically was that every time daytime came around, the frame rate would drop down to about 3 or 4. And then after 2 or 3 days of doing that, the game would just freeze completely. Whereas now, it doesn't really drop, unless I'm looking directly at the actual town like this. I mean, even that's only dropping to about 14. But I wonder whether it was something to do like the autosave, perhaps just locked the game up because it was at such low frame rate, or maybe the garbage collector gave up. You can toggle that. If anyone who knows anything about development, you can toggle the garbage collector. So you could disable that and see whether that's causing any problems if you have a map with an issue. It will start filling your game memory up. Your computer's memory, not game memory. It will fill your computer's memory up. So if you run out of memory, it will just crash flat. But that might help you for a while. And then you could probably pause the game, toggle it on again, let it do its thing, then unpause the game. But yeah. Okay. So I'm going to leave this running. We're going to build these. And then we're going to come back. And hopefully we can start building our next town, which will be awesome. So, thank you very much for watching from a very, very, very plain, barren, desolate... Oh, there are some trees out here. No, I cannot go yet. Highlight reproduction spot. No. Okay, so I missed a few trees. Let's get rid of them, because they will grow and start doing things. There we go. Make sure to remove all the trees there. Do be careful when you're using the object thing. You can drag and do things. I deleted 2 or 3 water sources by mistake and had to replace them. I just replaced them with the default water source. I hope that is the same thing that they should be. Strength 1, strength 0.5. It might be that I've actually added strength 1.5. I don't know what they were, so that's the one I deleted, I think. Yeah, and I just replaced it with the default one. So we will see. But there we go. We have development console. We have Lake Biwa with no trees. The trees are gone. Awesome. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we will be back next time. Until then, as always, have fun.